And hello, we're back and we have our people for our interview. But before I start, this is just a little disclaimer that it might be a trigger warning for you people out there because we are touching on the subject. Now I'll get my words in a minute. I've got fuzzy brain today. That we are touching on the subject of suicide, so it may be a trigger. And if you need to speak to someone, you've got a couple of numbers here to ring or get on the internet if you need to. So we've got Lifeline. So if it's a trigger warning and you need to talk to someone, talk to Lifeline 131114 or lifeline.org.au, or go beyond blue. And it's 1300 724 636. It's just it can be a trigger warning for some people. So this is just a little disclaimer. So we're going to talk about the event that's coming up and just explaining what it's all about. And so we have Gwenda and Elizabeth. How are we going?
Thanks, Cheryl. Going awesome. Thank you very much.
Bit nervous. Got like 100 crystals in my bra, but
Well,
good.
don't worry. We're all here to support you. So tell us about what the event that's coming up. That's on Sunday?
It is on Sunday, yep, up at the beautiful Elizabethan Brewery. Last drop, Elizabethan Brewery out in the back of Armidale in the hills. And it was really inspired through sad circumstances. Jack, my nephew, was Elizabeth's very dear friend. And so this magnificent concept of empathy evolution project is as a result of us losing Jack. So Elizabeth had known Jack through a lot of his dark times, and he knew her through her dark times. And, they always say that something comes good out of something not so good. And this concept that Elizabeth has come forward with is simply beautiful. So out of losing her very good friend and my beautiful nephew, she wants to make a difference now, and I work in holistic wellness and have dedicated my life to that. So I had the thrill of Elizabeth inviting me to partner with her. So we're going to bring an awesome event this weekend, aren't we, Liz?
Yeah.
So what sorts of things are happening this weekend in the event?
So we want to sort of reach out to as many, ages and, mindsets of people as possible. So we've got things for kids. We've got bravery beads where the kids can go make their bracelet that reminds them about, being brave and that they are brave. And then we've got art stalls. We've got, Gwenda's got heaps of people coming. I'll let her. I'm nervous.
The whole idea is to bring hope and to show people that there is so many different ways that they can find their own inner peace, their inner power. And you can do that through, like Elizabeth said, creativity. And we were talking to Trist earlier, and there's some awesome ways that you can be supported in your emotional well-being through art. So the kids are going to have an awesome tree to create their family and their support system on it, and also to talk about what they feel they need in their branch of support, and that's going to be painted, and it will become our banner really for future events, because this isn't our only event. We will travel and take these wonderful opportunities out to the communities all around.
It's awesome. It's all about mental health, isn't it? It's keeping your mental health in check. So are there some of the things that we can do for ourselves to keep our mental health in check?
Yep. And finding ways, simple ways, not difficult ways, but simple ways. So even massage, reflexology, bringing your sense of self back into a peaceful place instead of feeling very jittery or perhaps anxious. So we've got all different practitioners that are coming, and everyone can experience what they bring to the floor to help everyone feel that sense of empowerment from within themselves. And we've got an awesome singer for the day, a beautiful live music, Riley Craig.
He's awesome.
Is he local?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. The thing with the name, the Empathy Evolution Project, is so my history in the mental health system and being I was hospitalised a lot growing up, and it was really, really hard to sort of navigate who I was when I was being labelled and titled with all these diagnoses, and sort of listening to these doctors and because you believe whatever they give you, whatever groups you're meant to do, that's what's going to fix you. But then, you know, and the more it doesn't fix you, the more you think there's no, you know, I can't resolve this, like, who am I? And so what it came down to was when I thought of the word empathy, I realised it can't be sold. It's something we literally all have inside of ourselves. So channeling empathy, not only for, like, starting with yourself, but then having it for others, it's evolutionary. Like, without empathy, we as humans would merely exist. It literally connects us all in such a massive way, but people are so busy looking beyond that. They're always looking for like a bigger thing, when really simply, if we go back to our inner selves, that having empathy can do like wonders, absolute wonders.
It's like honing in what you've got inside of you and bringing it out and going, hey, doctors may say you've got this, but let's see what we can do with what you've got.
And being empathetic to yourself, that's what self-worth is. That's what self-love is, self-compassion. And I lacked that my entire life. Like, I had a lot of empathy for others, but finding that empathy for myself is what really kind of got me to the point that I thought I could do something and actually step in. Losing Jack, honestly, it rocked my world, and I just got to a point where I was like, I have to do something. Like, I just can't watch this sort of thing happen and not try and, you know,
contribute.
Yeah.
May I ask, how long have you known Jack for?
About 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was he like when you first met him?
Okay. Jack and I are very similar, but he is very bouncy, very passionate in everything. So everything is like, there's a fire. There's just this fire inside of him, and it's beautiful for everyone else to look at. But it was, you know, it was sort of too hot and burning him too bright, if that makes sense.
Ah, yes.
But, and very gorgeous, very handsome.
But it was a fire that a lot of yous love to see.
Yeah.
In a positive light.
Like you said, he was like probably like you, helping everyone else, but forgot to help himself.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's he just didn't have that empathy for himself. He just didn't. It's like he thought he was a lost cause, so he put everything into everyone else. But all of us could see his potential. All of us could see his flame was the light for me out of my darkness. It just sucks that, you know, I couldn't be the light back, or he couldn't see his own light.
He forgot his own warmth.
Yeah.
While he was sharing it out to others.
Yeah.
So, and it's really hard because there's really no signs that you see that you can help, but you can help in a way of asking people if they're okay and stuff like that, can't you?
Oftentimes there are no signs, and oftentimes there are a lot of signs. You can never know. Some people will be like very obvious in their suicidal ideation, others completely silent. They're the big shock ones. But the thing is there's no knowing, you know. But when it happens, and the impact is just like massive.
Yeah, I believe it would be. But yikes.
Yeah, he was
That
only
happened
28 too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very young.
Yeah.
But these workshops and what you're doing on the weekend, I think will help, you know, bring people together. It is a lot of the mental awakening. I'm going to call it mental awakening.
Love that.
Yeah.
You know, we need to awaken our
love
mental
that.
capacities to handle such things, because the world we know it today is full of stuff going on.
Yep.
Yes,
so I
yes.
think it's good. So yeah, so reiterating that it's at the last drop Elizabethan in Bedfordale. Yeah.
Yep.
I think I've done karaoke there actually.
Yes,
karaoke.
Saturday
I
night
love
karaoke.
my karaoke. My singing's my thing.
Give us a go.
And you're fundraising for Beyond Blue?
No, so originally, when I first originally started with the idea, I had a lot of amazing organisations offered to sponsor us. But then as I looked into it, I wanted to focus less on the title of mental health. I wanted to focus less on, because basically when people hear those sorts of organisations, they think, well, I can't go because I don't have depression, anxiety, I'm not diagnosed.
Yeah.
So it's for everyone, you know.
Yeah.
It's really open.
Yeah. So, but there you are. So you're fundraising, and you're going to give them.
We are fundraising. There's a beautiful organisation called the Broken Movement, and in the very start, Jacob from the Broken Movement is who got me to post the first video, got me to just make a page, start.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, they're in New Zealand, and then other than that, we've become our own organisation.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we've got so much going on. We've bought a whole bunch of stuff for people to use, and with a donation, like a gold coin donation, they do all the little workshops, and then that donation goes into our organisation to do further events.
Oh, okay. So that's a good idea, you know. And I suppose, as I said before, if people, there are ways of letting people know if you're not okay. So there's get your people on your side. So there's things online.
Building community, like bringing community together is so important. It's like vital, you know. Then people can see the signs more and hear people more, see people more.
So is there anything other than what you're doing, do you want people to get out of the whole idea of the weekend?
Like a journey of like
like the journey that they want to go on.
Self-rediscovery.
Exactly. And there's such an array of things. So it's more just like walking in, having your mind open, and just everything's through self-discovery, isn't it?
It sure is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the vibe that they'll get is that there is something there for all of them. There's no reason for them to walk away. That there is something to find their own fire, you know, their own shine. And hopefully when they leave the day, they can find that they feel their own radiance and they can feel very comfortable in that. What we loved about IPL is we use the same words: inspire, passion, life.
Yeah.
So for me, when you live an inspired life, you live from the truth of yourself, your heart, your soul. Yep. When you live with passion, well, what else? What other would you want?
Yeah.
Passion. So it's all those things that we want to bring back. And yes, the awareness. You're quite right. Awareness of self and the mental awakening.
Yeah. Just come up with that.
Let's
I
just
may
go
have a
off
brain
that.
fog for
Well done.
other things.
I love that.
Yeah. So, I've had my fill of mental, I suppose, health when I was growing up, because I've been a big person all my life, and so I was teased throughout of it. So, but back in those days, we're told to ignore it. So that's what you did. You pulled it back. So, and then I got to high school, same thing happened, and it's still happening now. And I did teaching. It even happened while I was a teacher. The kids were so it gets to you. But I have friends, and I have my theatre, my dancing, and that's what I keep. That's what keeps my mental check.
Yes, you found what works for you.
Yeah,
You found
so
your
I
people.
found what works for me. That's how I know I can keep going. So,
Yes.
so I do theatre, and I used to do dancing, but I hurt myself and I can't dance much anymore. But I found theatre, so
yeah,
I
self-expression so important.
And you
So
found your inspiration.
So yeah, and that's why again I like IPL as well, because it does that. It inspires you to come out and do this, and it inspires you to do stuff, and you've got passion with music or theatre like I do, and then so that's what it is. So it's just about getting your passion about what you want to do and keeping it in check and discovering it. So
there's so many ways to do it. There's ways that are, if you like, simple and easy, and that's what we want to show people, that there is better ways, and there's other ways to be supported in your journey.
Yeah. So with holistic healing, I'm just going to call it that. What kinds of things are there in holistic healing? So if people want to know about it.
The word holistic is holy, so it is the all of you. And there are so many different facets to you. So there is the childhood you, and the childhood you comes with all sorts of layers with that. And then there is the school you, then there is the working you, the relationship with you, and it can be the relationship with friends, with your siblings, but then your intimate relationships. And then there is your relationship in the work environment. So there's actually many layers to you, and we're not taught that we don't need to be somebody else in each of those layers. So in holistic wellbeing, we have a look at every facet of you and really find where you are inspired in each part of yourself, and where is your passion about you in all of those parts. Not about your passion of the greater world, because once you are aligned with your passion, you flow that out to the world.
Yeah.
Instead of you go chasing it, and when you're chasing it, it's never there. It's elusive. You won't find it. And it's the same as happiness. So with holistic health and well-being, we really get to the core of you and teach you how to shine.
Awesome.
So how to shine your radiance and then be inspired and passionate. And there you've got a beautiful life.
You have.
Well, I say it's a glorious life.
Yeah. You make it what it is, and you
Yeah.
make your life the way you want it.
And learn to
Look at
let
it.
go of the
Yeah.
stuff that drags you down.
Yeah.
Learn to let go of the stuff that other people put on you.
Yeah, and I've always had the thing that things happen for a reason. Unfortunately, there's bad things that happen, but things happen for a reason. We grow from what happens, and we make everything that does happen makes us stronger.
Yes,
Most
as long
of
as
the
we
time.
can. But
Yeah.
a lot of people find sometimes the
It's hard,
overwhelm
yeah.
takes them into a darkness or takes them somewhere where they can't come out.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
And we want to show them that's not who they are, and that's
Yeah.
what Elizabeth was talking about with labels. It really isn't helpful on any level of yourself to wear a label, to
No.
have a label, Oh, I am, I have, I'm one of these. Well, no, you're not. That's not who you are.
No.
Nowhere near close to who you are. It's an experience that you're having or that you've had, and it's left its mark, but it's not who you are.
It's all about being you,
Yes.
not a
Well,
label.
Shakespeare said it. I am.
Absolutely.
Is it Shakespeare? I am. Therefore, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I am, therefore I am.
Yeah.
But see, to be you have to, well, for me, it was impossible to be me because I didn't know who I was. I had no idea who I was. So finding yourself, I think, is the first step. And then obviously in early childhood, I mean, this is where we can make the change now. Just simply like, empathy. With empathy, you'll learn so much different than without if you weren't taught it early on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, we're not taught. Like you said, we got told back then to just leave it, let it go, don't worry about it, things. But you need to be able to express to yourself how something is coming at you. But you don't need necessarily to express it to the world because you've got to deal with you first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, you can't love anyone. Who the hell's going to... Yeah.
That's very true. I am that I am, and you can't love anyone else if your own
Don't-
cup
yeah,
isn't full.
No. So is there anything else you wanted to tell people about the event, or is it just come to the event, see how you go?
You can bring your dogs.
Oh, awesome. Bring your dogs out.
Bring your family, bring your friends, but come with an open heart, an open mind,
Yeah.
and come prepared to maybe experience a new part of yourself
Awesome.
and some healing along the way. So yeah, come and have a magnificent day. It's under the beautiful big, really old Moreton Bay fig trees.
Oh, it's
on the
stunning up there.
lawn. It's
Yeah.
absolutely stunning.
I saw it
out
at night,
there.
but then I saw the pictures during the day, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go during the day.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. So
Yeah.
it's a lovely place to come
So
and chill.
the event's called the
Empathy
Empathy
Evolution Project.
Project, and it's on Sunday,
May 1st.
May
from
1st,
10
yeah.
till 3.
10 till 3. And it's, if you need the address, it's 25 Cairns Road, Canns Road, Bedfordale. And yeah, so I think we've got everything. And that, just to reiterate, if you need to call someone, please, there's Lifeline 131114, and Beyond Blue is 1300 724 636. And just, even if you're feeling a bit down, go and talk to a friend. Sometimes that helps. And then, yeah. So thank you very much, Gwenda and Elizabeth. You've
Thank
been
you,
a
guys.
great help today.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
make
for
sure you
having
go on Sunday to the bus drop in. All right. I'm gonna-
Rediscover yourselves.
Yeah.
Yes, love that, Richard.
Beautiful.